Hey, hi, hello, my name is Fangs and welcome to the channel. In today's episode of Take a Bite, I'll be talking about Saiki Kusuo no psi-nan. Saiki Kusuo was born with psychic powers, like psychokinesis, teleportation, telepathy, amongst many others. He started using them since he was a little baby, so his parents were worried at first, but then they got used to him and decided to keep his abilities a secret. Saiki growing up showed his abilities a couple times, but the kids that saw it would usually get scared, and he would gain the attention of everybody else. He didn't quite like this, so from that point onwards, he decided to hide his powers and live a more normal life. The problem is that now that he's in high school, he will meet a couple of interesting characters that will put him in funny and annoying situations, where he has to use his powers without being noticed to help himself out of those situations. But now here's the question: is he going to get caught using his powers, or is he going to be able to live an ordinary life? Well, you have to find that out. I know that sometimes reading the plot is not enough. That's why I created this part of the video, where I tell you what else you can expect from this manga, and don't worry, I won't be giving any spoilers. In Saiki Kusuo no psi-nan, there is a little more. The series is full of interesting characters that have a specific personality that makes them unique. The interesting thing is that every couple of chapters, a new character is thrown into the mix, creating new and funny situations for Saiki to go through. Most of the characters are lovable and have interesting traits that makes them special. Another thing is the mystery of Saiki's powers. Every so often he will show a new ability and then he will proceed to explain how it works. This makes it feel like Saiki has one power to solve every problem, and that's a funny and entertaining thing, because you never know what powers he will show next and how he's going to use them. The manga series is written and illustrated by Shuichi Aso. I think the art is really normal looking, it doesn't have that much details, mostly because the characters only use their school uniform, they only wear that. But the design of the characters is unique and really interesting. You can clearly see that the characters that are more important to the story have a more exaggerated look to them to make them stand out from the rest of the characters. They are really easy to identify, you just look for the most original looking character in the panel. The anime adaptation was made by JC staff. I think they made a great job with adapting the character design. They added a little bit of detail to them, and it's noticeable because they turned the manga panels into a bigger picture. But when the comedy strikes, the designs turn funny and cartoonish. Now, not all of the chapters from the manga are present in the anime. Some of them are missing, but a couple are present in the last season made by Netflix. I don't quite understand why wouldn't they made all of them, but probably they didn't thought they translated well into the anime, or maybe they didn't make much sense to begin with. Another thing is, some of the episodes are in different order when you compare them to the manga chapters. But don't worry, both of these changes don't ruin the pace or alter the story. Now, I really recommend watching both versions because they are both funny, entertaining, and there are differences between them. The first season of the anime aired on TV and has 50 episodes, and the second season, that only has 6 episodes, was released on Netflix. The Disastrous Life of Saiki has a live-action movie with the same name. The story of the movie actually combines 7 or 8 chapters from the manga, maybe a little more, and adapted into the live-action, plus they added some original bits to make the movie unique. Now, some of the characters may look a little silly, and the special effects are really basic and simple, but I think it's a great adaptation. I truly enjoyed watching all of it. Saiki Kusuo no psi-nan is a comedy and slice-of-life story that has the twist of the protagonist having psychic powers. All the situations that Saiki goes through always end up being disastrous for him. But the mystery of how he's going to solve every problem and what new power is he going to use next is what keeps you hooked to the story, and that's why I recommend reading or watching The Disastrous Life of Saiki K. And that's it for this episode of Take a Bite. Thank you so much for watching, hope you really enjoy it. subscribe to see more of this show, and see you in the next episode. Bye bye!